Largest, most intense 3D experience. It was designed by Peter Jackson and the special effects crew of Weta Digital. They use some of the most advanced technology in filmmaking today to create it. What I'm showing you on the monitors right here is a little behind-the-scenes footage of them creating this King Kong attraction for the studio tour.
With a project like the studio tour, the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions, there's creatures coming at them, they're seeing Kong from this side and T-Rexes from the other side.
Working on a movie, we always know where people are looking. They're looking straight ahead, they're looking at the shot that we're working on.
Here you have to take into account that people are looking in all directions.
Also, one of the things about this ride, unlike the movies that we're used to working on, there's no cuts, because it's one giant shot. This tram that's driving along through Skull Island is where the camera's from. This ring represents where the screen is 10 meters away.
We're really creating about 50 minutes of a feature film. That amount of visual information, that number of pixels, and presenting them to the audience, it's a hell of a ride.
And that's the only part of the studio tour that's presented in 3D. So you don't need to wear the 3D glasses for anything else on the ride. I actually ask that you don't wear these anymore because you look ridiculous in the 3D glasses. Here's an example. I don't want you to look at your friends and say, but I look good, because you don't. So take off the glasses, hold on to them to the end of the tour. We collect them at the end of the ride. We recycle our 3D glasses. Don't wear them. They're not sunglasses. There are some great photo opportunities right here on the left side of the tram as we drive by a whole row of picture cars. These are all famous cars from movies and TV shows. The Deathmobile was an Animal House with John Belushi. Magnum PI's Ferrari. The Mule was a flying vehicle from Serenity. That doesn't really fly. That was done with special effects. But the cars work. Doc Brown's time-traveling DeLorean doesn't travel through time, but it is an operational car. We have drift racers from the Fast and the Furious films. There's a tank up ahead that was used in an action film called Doomsday, kind of a futuristic action film. Even though these particular picture cars are real operational cars, a picture car does not need to be a real car. Its only requirement is to look like a real car on film. We're going to take you inside of a special effects stage where we have two picture cars that are not operational. In fact, they're just outer shells made of fiberglass and plastic. They don't have any engines, they don't have any seats, they don't have any steering wheels, but they look good on film. The set is dressed to look like Tokyo, inspired by the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. There's a special effects crew in this area. They're going to use these two cars to demonstrate an effect called motion control. So they're going to take over this part of the tour for me. Watch those cars. Guys, when you're clear, can you please run us a demo?
Clear on the set.
Thanks.
Let's see the bullet hits. And go. Smoke. Go. Fire. Go. Okay, we're clear for a full run through. All systems checked. This one's for real, guys, so watch out. And action.
That's some pretty good special effects work, guys. Can you take a bow? Yeah. Show them what else you can do. This type of special effect is called motion control because all of this motion is controlled by a computer. Every movement that you're seeing right now is programmed into a computer that's connected to the arms underneath the cars. The computer allows the arms to move the cars into any position, but you wouldn't see the arms in a movie or TV show because later they'd be completely erased with the help of computer effects. And you guys are all pretty lucky because you only have to listen to that song one time today. Something about gasoline, $5 gasoline. I don't even know why they play a Spanish song in a set that looks like Tokyo with two German cars dancing. Nothing about that makes sense. We have just a few more picture cars up ahead. John Hammond, is there anything you'd like to say to the people on the tram?
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
This is where we've stored some of the sets and some of the vehicles from the Jurassic Park films. There's an RV on the left side of the tram. In the second Jurassic Park, The Lost World, that was the mobile laboratory that's pushed over the side of the cliff while Julianne Moore, Jeff Goldblum, and Vince Vaughn are trapped inside. We even have a few dinosaurs on both sides of the tram. We got spitters. Why do dinosaurs keep spitting on us? That's the second time that's happened. Don't do it back. If you didn't get wet by spitting dinosaurs, don't laugh at people on the tram that did, because A, that's not nice, and B, we're at a movie studio. It's possible for us to create weather effects anytime. Al Roker, you're a professional weatherman from the Today Show. What's the weather going to be like for the rest of the tour?
Hi everybody, here's today's forecast for the Universal Backlot. It's going to be sunny and dry at 6 Points, Texas. Cool and cloudy in Little Europe. Expect snow and sleet on New York Street, and we've got a high chance of fog and precipitation for Skull Island, Amity Island, and Isla Nublar. That's your forecast for today. Now here's a look at what's going on in your neck of the line.
Our neck of the lot's got Old Mexico. Al seems to think there's a flash flood warning. But the reason we've stopped the tram, I want to show you what it looks like on film. You can see on the monitors, the camera's placed right at the bottom. Oh, look at that. Al Roker just predicted a flash flood and it started raining really hard. There is a problem with rain in this part of our backlot because this set is built on a hill. During storms, we've been known to have flash floods. You might want to be careful if you're sitting on the left side of the tram. Watch the top of the hill. Here comes a flash flood. That is a very simple special effect. No computers are involved with what you've just seen here. The set is built on a hill. There's a big tank of water at the top of the hill. That's it. Dump the water out of the tank. The rain is done with sprinklers, so we can turn that on and off at any time. And all that water is recycled. It's going underneath the bridge, and there's a pump underneath the bridge. It takes it back into the tank. I'm going to show you how that special effect looked in a comedy called Big Fat Liar. This was made in 2002.
You can't outrun the wolf, kid! Yeah, we'll see about that. Hang on, funny folks!
That was a pretty short trip to Old Mexico. We've already crossed the border into Texas. These are our old Western sets, very historical part of our backlot, and we're going to make it a picture stop. We're going to stop on this road just for a few moments, and that allows you to get some really good pictures of these sets. While we stop, I'm going to show you a shootout that was done right in the middle of this town.
This town ain't big enough for the both of us, Jimmy Fallon.
Well, I ain't going anywhere, Jimmy Fallon.
Now look here. Nice folks in this tram don't want no trouble. They just want to check out 6 Points, one of the oldest sets on the Universal line.
I hear this is where John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart shot a few of their westerns.
That's right. That's where I aim to shoot you.
Looks like we got ourselves a Mexican standoff. Lucky shot.
Now what say you mount up and get out of town while the getting's good?
All right. Well, I'll see you again, fellas.
Or you can count on it, fellas. And get.
This is a beginning review.